Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you finally how to get this neon graphic liner look. To start off, I primed from my crease upwards with the Urban Decay Eden Primer Potion, and I didn't set it just yet. Just because we're going in with a black base in a few minutes and you don't want it to go all cakey. Then I just lined my waterline and tight lined with Inglot's 77 gel liner. Next I just went in with Black Bean Jumbo Eye Pencil by NYX just as a base for our eyeshadow. Then I just blended out the base using the brush from the Urban Decay Naked palette. A synthetic brush like this one is better for blending out creams. Try blending the product downwards instead of upwards so you won't end up with black all over your eye. Now that I've blended out the black, I went in with Glass Slipper by Sleek just to set the rest of the eye. Then with my MAC 221 brush and a Furless concealer brush, I used Suva Beauty's Night Market eyeshadow just to set the black part. Now that all the cream products are set, we can focus on adding a few transition shades. I took Inglot's 387 eyeshadow on a Zoeva 228 brush and just went in as a transition shade. Then I took MAC Scene eyeshadow on a MAC 217 brush just to darken up the crease. As always, I go in with brushes I used before just to make sure the blend is nice and seamless. After I finished blending all the colours together, I went in with MAC's Gesso on my brow bone just to make sure the transition was nice and seamless. To make the red actually show up, you're going to need a white base, so I just used NYX's Jumbo Eye Pencil and Milk and just created a liner shape but quite thick. I then packed on some of NYX's Crimson blush on top of the white base and blended it out with a Sigma LO4 brush. As a sort of transition shade, I used a pink face paint by Wolf and a Sigma E11 brush and just created a thin line in the centre of that red. Then I like to just go back around the edges of the pink with the red blush that we used before just to fade out the line a bit more and make the red a bit more vibrant. Next I took Suva's Space Panda liner on a tiny paintbrush and just made an even thinner white line. This liner did start to fade when I layered it for some reason, so I went over it with white face paint in the end. I forgot to record it, but I went in with MAC Gesso and just faded out that white line a bit just to make it more glowy. Then just underneath my eyes, using smaller brushes, I went in with the shades that I used above for the black eye. colourless fluffy brush is my new favourite for under eyes, it's so soft. Next I applied some of MAC Gesso again and some of Kat Von D's Thunderstruck on the inner corner on a Zoeva 230 brush. I put the same shades on my brow bone using a Sigma E47 brush as well. Off camera I filled in my brows using NYX's Micro Brow Black. Lastly I popped on some of the SOSU Kylie lashes and here's the finished look. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.